What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Today's video we're going from Los Angeles down to Irvine and we're going to throw it on autopilot the whole time like always, and we're going to see how many times we need to interfere with the autopilot and really see how many times it needs help driving down to Irvine, California. It's about 46 miles and it's going to take 45 minutes, so let's see if we can go the whole time or just see how many times it needs assistance in taking over from going from highway exit to highway exit. We're going to throw our counter on the screen and we're going to see how many times I need to take over the autopilot system instead of just letting it drive itself. Let's get into the video. All right, so from Los Angeles down to Irvine, it is 46 miles or 44 minutes. We take the I-5 south pretty much all the way down, and then there's a couple of roads as we get near the exit. So I'm gonna throw a counter on the screen to show how many times we need to overtake autopilot or correct it, but I'm just gonna leave it on autopilot the whole entire time. Of course, I'm gonna nudge the steering wheel or hit the volume control up or down every 30 or so seconds. I have heard with the most recent update is that you don't have to give feedback to the steering wheel or the volume controls every 30 seconds. You can actually go a little bit further, but I haven't done a test yet so far. But in terms of what version this is version 10.2, 2020.12.1. and it is April 2020. It's 68 degrees out right now, clear skies. There should be very little traffic as it's noon and we're in quarantine because of COVID-19. I am going to get groceries from my grandparents, so it is essential, but I have been trying to limit our travels out. So this is probably the one time I've been out in the past couple weeks, besides going to the grocery store. So let's get on our way and see how many times I need to take over autopilot. Thanks for watching another video, guys. If you're new here, my name is Dennis. I picked up this Tesla Model 3 about 6 months ago and I make videos about my experience, including a weekly autopilot video in Los Angeles traffic. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. So I've thrown on the trip counter right here. We've gone about 4.9 miles and only driven about 10 minutes and we haven't had to interfere so far. Autopilot is perfectly happy with staying in this lane all the way down, so we have no highway exits all the way down and we're just staying on this highway as a straight shot. So as you can see, pretty light traffic. We're going about 45 miles an hour, but there's a lot of cars moving around that are going faster than us. I think we're just in a really slow lane right here. So autopilot has been recommending that we go into the left lane, so I'm gonna go ahead and trigger that. And we're good. Increasing speed right now to 63, 65 miles an hour. That truck is very close on our left side. Because my car has been sitting for almost 2 weeks now, it's very dusty, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw on the windshield wipers, even though they're pretty terrible, and the washer fluid gets all over my driver's side window. So again, we're in the slow lane, going only 55 miles an hour. We're gonna go ahead and trigger it to go into the left lane. Autopilot making that lane change very smoothly. Now we're again increasing speed to 65 miles an hour. I went to go visit my grandparents about 2 weeks ago during the COVID quarantine, and I got a rock chip and I made a video about it and getting it fixed. And so driving on the Los Angeles roads with less traffic can be more hazardous because there's less cars, rocks can just fling up, I would say, because there's more space too. So hopefully I don't get another rock chip, knock on wood. So we're about 20 minutes into this so far, going about 71 miles an hour. We have not had to correct autopilot at all. We still have another 34 miles to go, or 33 minutes. And there hasn't been any corrective action on autopilot and it hasn't really messed up. So it should be pretty open highway the rest of the way, so we shouldn't really see any traffic. So we'll see how autopilot does. All I've done so far is move the cruise control knob up and down every so often, maybe 30 seconds, to allow autopilot to know that I'm actually here still and paying attention. All right, so we're about halfway there. We've gone 25 minutes so far without not having to interfere with autopilot at all, besides just the every 30 seconds or so flipping the switches on the steering wheel. We have another 25 miles to go, or another 25 minutes to get to our destination down the I-5 South. But yeah, we're going about 70 miles an hour right now, so this is really where I think autopilot shines, in this open road where there's not too many cars around, there's minimal cars around, and not too many people are trying to weave in and out of traffic or trying to cut you off, and autopilot is just staying in its lane, following traffic around it, and kind of moving to the side around some of these trucks. You can really go as far as you want in this type of conditions on autopilot. You can probably even go hours like this, or long road trips without any interaction or any takeover from the autopilot system, and the autopilot system can just go as long as it wants. Today's test is really only going to be a 45-minute test, but it could really go hours, like 3 to 4 hours, I would say. All right, so we've passed the 30-minute mark, or 33-minute mark. We've driven 31 miles so far. We have another 18 minutes or 17 miles to go, and we have not interfered with autopilot at all. So we've basically just sat here and moved the knobs every 30 seconds. Clear open highway still, probably reaching the exit in another 6 miles, give or take. We should be reaching the exit in about 10 miles, give or take. And I really don't expect any interference with autopilot at all. As you can tell, we've passed about 3 construction zones just off the I-5 South, and there hasn't been any glitches. There was a gnarly section earlier that the autopilot got really close to a truck, but it stayed in this lane and didn't alert me to take over or anything. So autopilot has done a great job today. I mean, the conditions are great. It's not too sunny, and it's not too sunny against the cameras either. All right, so we're getting off the exit here. We've gone 41 miles or 42 minutes so far without having to use autopilot at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Thanks for watching another video, guys. Hit that like if you enjoyed it, and comment below on your autopilot experience, on how long you've driven on autopilot for long road trips.